Here we are with your quick rep here on Workout Wisconsin with Dave Niesenbaum here at Pro Physical Therapy in Cross Plains. So, Dave, what are we going to do right now?
So we're going to do something called trigger point dry needling. So I'm going to let Jeff explain a little of the science about it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some needling on his elbow muscle, some of his elbow extensors. So a trigger point dry needling basically is using a thin needle, and we're going to put in tender points or trigger points of the muscle to kind of help reset the muscle spindle. So I'm going to let Jeff explain a little bit kind of what he's feeling as we do it.
So why would somebody want to do this?
So this is awesome for quite a few things. One thing for pain. So it kind of breaks that kind of pain spasm cycle. A lot of people are in so much pain that we can't progress them until we help decrease their pain. This is an unbelievable way to do it. It's a little bit of magic because it can help take patients who are at a 9 down to a 2. It's a little bit of magic. Do that. A lot of people look at this and say, "Is it acupuncture?" It's actually totally different than acupuncture. Okay. So we use the same type of needles, but our philosophy is different. So people may do acupuncture exact same time as well.
Jeff?
Yep. So we use this a lot. I think we talked about it and we agreed that it often takes weeks off of time it will require of soft tissue mobility to get things moving again. So we find movement restrictions really common in shoulders, in hips and glutes, and forearms. When muscles that are on too much have shortened, there's extra electrical activity going on and extra neurotransmitter there. And so we put the needles in. The needles, with some E-stim into the needles, will reset that electrical activity and make the muscle go back to its normal length. And it'll soak up extra neurotransmitter there that's keeping the muscle firing. So glutes, if you have hip pain, sometimes sciatica that's caused by piriformis syndrome, people that have really tight traps, maybe their shoulders have been injured and they're using their traps too much and they're getting the headaches in their the ram's horn headaches into their head. The needles go in, they reset the muscles, and I said it saves weeks of time doing soft tissue, and we get the motion back. And then we always label, we layer stability stuff onto the post-needling thing, because sometimes we take away stability by taking away the fake stabilizers. So we always add stability work on top of the needling.
Perfect.
And there are some things that are slam dunks. So if somebody has low back pain, they have sciatic pain, and we can needle their glutes, I would say 95% of the time we can take away that pain, which is amazing, that we can really get to the stuff that's going on.
All right, let's see it, fellas.
So I'm not going to do his glutes, but I'm going to do his elbow. So what I'm going to do...
That would make this very entertaining, though, wouldn't it?
A bigger screen for that.
Right.
So I'm going to find a taut band, so you can kind of see them going over that muscle there a little bit. And a lot of people that may, especially with that tennis elbow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that band. I got my needle, and I'm going to put it right in there. So then I'm going to push it down. We might see a little bit of a twitch, and I'm going to get it moving a little bit.
Actually got one of my fingers right there.
Good. And I'm going to just flip around, and I'm going to find it, and I'm going to hold it right there.
And just for the crowd, that didn't hurt. It felt like maybe a pinch, but I'd say the pain, 0 to 10, was probably a 1.5 or a 2.
So how deep do you go with the needle?
So we're going all the way down to bone.
Oh.
So I go all the way down to his bone. So we have different size needles based on what we're trying to do. Depends on the tissue that we're going into. Sometimes we'll go straight down. Sometimes we'll go to the side. So this time I'll kind of go to the side view. It's basically kind of what the intent is of what you're trying to get. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to do his biceps here.
You need a bigger needle for that one.
Can we put mine in there? No?
Need 100 for that one. All right, so what I'm going to do is I've got his biceps. I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to go this way here, and I'm going to go there through his biceps.
I literally didn't feel that.
And I can feel, I have my finger there, so if it goes all the way to that side, I can feel, so I know when to stop.
Goes all the way.
All right. So now, what I'm
Sorry, I didn't mean to go right through your
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the stimulator, and I'm going to put it in his hand as the ground. So we're going to use a little ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it up, and we're going to get that muscle fired a little bit.
This is kind of the fun part. You can see what we get. We got wrist extensors because.
So why is this happening?
My wrist is basically involuntarily firing right now because the electric stim is going into the muscle that makes that motion. Okay. So he created a circuit through bicep and wrist extensors. And so like I said, for tennis elbow, this is a really common treatment because that muscle group becomes dysfunctional, and this resets it. And there's still, there's no way around the fact we have to remodel the tissue with exercise. It might take a few months, but it can short circuit that pain pattern and bring the healing to that tissue faster.
So look at this one. Let me go this way. So this is his biceps. He can't control this at all.
Nope.
Mm.
Look at that massive bicep.
Looks like it's getting bigger as you're doing
That's
it.
right. It's like Bruce Lee training.
So you have to have a connection. So you either connect needles together, or I can connect it using his hand or somewhere on his body to do it as well. But I would say if this is one of the mainstays of treatment in regards to pain, fortunately there aren't very many people that do this type of work. So finding somebody who does this and does it quite a bit is really important, and it can be really help in pain.
Well, I thank Dave and Jeff here at Pro Physical Therapy here for your quick rep right here on Workout Wisconsin.